The extra part information has been released and we are getting a brand new Super Saiyan Gohan, Trunks and Goten, and I am hyped. I am so hyped because they look so clean. Like, am I the only one who looks at this super attack, this card art, and thinks, I've never seen a card art like this in Dokkan. It just looks so pure, so clean, so innocent. Like, so, it just looks fire. I just like it. It just looks fire. It just looks fire, and I am fully on board. I know there are some people that were hoping for a Baby or a Daima extra part, but I don't see that happening. Baby could have happened. I have no issues with Baby happening, but then releasing two extreme LRs in one celebration would have been something we haven't seen in a while. But I never thought that we would get Daima as an extra part. I just don't see it happening, especially a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It's just too hype, it's just too much, it's too big, and it's the only new material they've had in a while. Super has been gone for a minute. There is no way they're going to be wasting something like that on an extra part. At least I never thought so. And the way it's looking now that it has been confirmed there, it's not Daima, is that Daima is going to get its own celebration in the 11th anniversary. I can fully see the mini kid versions of Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku getting released as part 1s, and then part 2 being the adult versions of Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku, with Glorio and Third-Eyed Goma thrown in there somewhere as well as the 5th and 6th LR characters of the celebration. But coming back to this celebration and what's happening in the Global Dokkan Campaign, we have a new Hybrid, Youth and Defenders of Justice LR, and once again, I can't get over the art. I cannot get over the art. It just looks amazing. I don't want to spend too much time on this because we'll have enough time to go over their kit when they're released in the game. I have had a brief look, and they're massive supports. They are massive supports. Like, they get all allies 30% here, attack and defense from turn 1, another 30% here, plus critical hit 15% if there's a hybrid or bond of parent or child. And then with 1 or more rainbow key spheres obtained, they are key hungry. They're looking for an orb changer. They need someone who's offering rainbow key spheres, because that also gives allies another attack and defense plus 58%, as well as their own damage reduction is linked to key spheres to an extent. I mean, here they need only 1 for 38%, but here they need 12 in key spheres or 5 rainbow. I think it's easier to get a 12 in than it is the 5 rainbow. I just based on, in my head, what I see the Dokkan board of orbs looking like, I just feel like it's easier to hit this than this. But it could be either or. They also are an exchange. They do change into Goten and Trunks. And they have a whole bunch of categories. They're on Fused Fighter. That is massive. They're on Fused Fighter, so you can use them with the Blue Boys. What else are they on? They're on Earthbread, so you can use them with the Vegito. The Vegito that's just going to be meta forever, it seems like. Obviously not going to be on GT bosses, and obviously not going to be on Omega or Rose's leader skill. But the Goten and Trunks part of the character, if you exchange them, again, I don't want to spend too much time here, but just really briefly looking at it, they get a critical hit by 10% for 4... Wait, they get a critical hit chance increase of 10% for 4 turns, and then on their 18 key, they get a 58% increase for 1 turn. So if they get their 18 key off, the chances of them doing criticals on their 12 increases massively. Once again, I just want to focus on the card art. I just want to focus on the card art because that is gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. I can't believe what I'm seeing. It is so beautiful. Dokkan is really going off on the arts and the super attacks in this celebration, with specifically super attacks Gogeta coming to mind, but arts, a lot of the characters come into mind. Omega looks phenomenal, the Gogeta looks phenomenal, the Rose is fantastic, and then these boys, they just look so fire. Goten and Trunks reverse part of the character also looks pretty good. I mean, I see a defense plus 100 here, up to 500 per hybrid Saiyans. Youth plus 200. Chance of evading is also there. With more key spheres obtained, they get an additional and guard and extra attack and defense. So they look phenomenal, and they also maintain the support. Maybe not as much support as the Gohan part of it, but they still offer 30% attack and defense to their allies. But again, I don't want to spend too much time going onto their kit, because we can do that fully once they're in the game and we can look at the character. Right now, I just want to focus on all the information we have. We also have a, what's his name? Spopovich, I think it is. I forgot the other guy's name. There's 2 of them. I forgot the other guys, but I think that is Spopovich. No clue what the connection there is. But we're also getting an EZA for the Kid Trunks and Goten, the LR. I have never used this card. I have never used him. When he first came out, I didn't pull him. And by the time I had pulled him, not only did I miss the time in which he was usable as an LR by some margin. I also missed the time he was usable as an EZA, if his EZA was even good. I don't even remember if it was good because I didn't have him at the time. So I have literally never used this card. So I'm looking forward to being able to using him. Again, we're not going to spend too much time on this stuff because there's so much information to get through and we can do all of this in-game when they come out. But real quickly, I do see attack and defense increases which you expect. A chance to evade, critical hit chances. They again are relying on youth category allies and hybrid category allies. Oh, but they're an orb changer. They're actually orb changers. So it seems like the new Goten and Trunks LR and Gohan LR have an orb changer on their team with youth category allies on the team. Key spheres. Wait, no, it's not. The youth one doesn't change to rainbow, but the hybrid one does. When there's 3 or more hybrid category allies on the team, changes key spheres tech to rainbow. Okay. And also all allies chance of performing a critical hit plus 10%. Okay, so the team does have a orb changer. I don't think it's the only one because like I said, the kid Goku's also an orb changer. And that seems to be it for all the characters. Obviously there are some events and stuff, but we won't get into all that right now. I just wanted to focus on the cards. I wanted to focus on the new LR and the new ECA. I'm hyped. I am very, very hyped and I cannot wait. But I'm going to call the video there. Thanks for watching and peace.